Hi, this is me, Dr. Rukmini Chaudhary, and you are watching Dr. Rukmini's Health Update. My today's topic is periorbital edema, or we call it under eye bags, under eye puffiness. I'll be talking everything about under eye puffiness, under eye bags. You are requested to watch complete video for complete information, and if you are watching on YouTube, you can find all medicines link on description box. You can buy medicine from there. Definition: what are under eye bags disease? What is under eye puffiness? As the name suggests, under eye puffiness means there is a swelling surrounding your eyes or beneath your eyes. Medical term is periorbital edema. See, this happens usually the causes that leads to under eye puffiness. Most blame cause is your excessive salt. If you have high sodium intake in your diet, in that case, yes, you have under eye puffiness. So just cut down excess salt in your diet. Just the high potassium, like you can have potassium, you can have yogurt, curd, you can add in your diet. The next factor is crying. Excessive crying, yes, it also leads to the under eye puffiness, under eye bags. It weakens your under eye muscles, and with time there is a fluid accumulation. Usually it goes on its own, but if it is regular and frequent, this can lead to under eye puffiness. Not enough sleep or lack of sleep or irregular sleep. Sleep is the most important factor. While you are asleep, your eye, of course, your eyes in the rest phase, and your muscles are, they get relaxed. So if yes, there is a lack of sleep, insufficient, poor sleep, and that is on the frequent basis, that leads to under eye puffiness as well as under eye dark circles. So just have and proper sleep. Allergies, yes, allergies, yeah, they blamed for the problem. If you have any eye allergy problem, skin allergy problem, there is a tendency for fluid accumulation. So in allergy cases, yes, you have under eye puff. Smoking and alcohol. Smoking, whether it is a first hand, second hand, or third hand, it leads to under eye puffiness. And smoking, of course, dehydrate your body and dehydrate your under eye area. So these two factors again causes your infection. There are certain sort of eye infection, like if you have blepharitis, you have pink eye, you have stye, chalazion. There is a tendency in your under eye area that they get fluid get accumulated if you are having these infection. So yes, in these infection you can have lacrimal duct or blocked tear duct. Usually it is seen in infant or newborn babies or in kids, but at times in children or adult as well. There lacrimal duct gland that excrete out the tears, so that we have normal watery moist eye, and it protects us from any sort of dryness. But if your lacrimal duct is blocked, means due to any reason, if it is blocked, so the fluid accumulates beneath your eye. So in that case, yes, you have under eye puffiness. You can simply do one thing: you just apply, so that relieves the inflamed area, and you get relieved easily. Certain injury, any blow, any hitting on the eye, anything, any trauma, certain at times there is a tumor, eye tumor, they can also cause Graves' disease. There are certain disease like Graves' disease, or it is again the thyroid toxicosis, in which your thyroid gland that disbalances your thyroid hormone, in which you have bulging out of your eyeball. Even eye puffiness you have. So yes, there is the reason that is blamed for the under eye puffiness. One more disease that is called mononucleosis, a viral infection, that the initial stage of the disease causes eye inflammation, eye swelling, under eye puffiness, bulging. Is nephrotic syndrome. If you have nephrotic syndrome, again the kidney infection, in which you have bags, under eye puffiness, periorbital aging. Yes, with age your under eye muscles, they are not enough. Usually what happens, and there is a constant draining of the water in your under eye area, and it's drain out itself with the procedure. But with age, with time, the under eye muscles, they get weakened and accumulated. They are usually not drained out. With the age, you get under eye. How to reduce your under eye puffiness, how you can solve on your own at home. See, it is seen usually it goes on its own if it is due to shorter duration, like if it is due to crying, if it is due to sleep. So you just focus on your cause, that what is your case, whether you are allergic to. In allergies, there is an under eye puffiness. It is seen like if you are allergic to animal dander, animal fur, any sort of like pollen. So in that case you have, so you just focus on your case. What is your case? whether you are having excessive salt in your diet, so just cut it down. Whether you are alcoholic, you're having, there is a case of smoking, so just cut down, just avoid all these harmful factors, so you have good result with time. Serious problem means you are having certain medical disorder, so get test done and get treated, because the treatment is based on the cause. What is your cause? Treating the underlying cause is the main criteria. On the home remedies and management of the eye puffiness, you can use certain home remedies to get it relieved. Like you can use tea bags. So tea contains the caffeine, and that it drains out the excess accumulation of the fluid under eye area. So you can apply tea bags. You can just put it in the fridge and just cold tea bags, and you can apply cold spoon if you are comfortable. The duration depends on your comfort till the time you are comfortable. So you can apply cold spoon, you can apply cold cucumber slices, you can apply even cold clothes. So you can dip it in the cold water, and you can apply for like 5, 10 or 20 minutes. Allopathic treatment always focus on your cause. Like what is your cause means whether you having bacterial infection, so they provide you the antibiotics. Whether you are having viral infection, they'll provide you antiviral medicines. You see your doctor when you should consult to a doctor, or when it is a medical emergency. See, if you are having persistent eye pain, there is a redness, and if you have watery eye, you have fever, there is a pus discharge, there is a mucus coming out, so these conditions can be emergency. So in these cases, if you have any vision problem, you should consult or see your doctor. Moving on, diagnosis or test part. See, your symptoms are the only collection for the diagnosis criteria. Yeah, but there are some tests, blood tests for the ruling out of the thyroid. Any allergic test can be done, blood test can be done. Skin biopsy if it is required, the severe one. If your case is the severe one, in that case only. Most important, the homeopathy medicine. See, there are so many of medicines in homeopathy, and all medicines have their different symptoms. So this is the individuality. Means homeopathy focuses on holistic approach, like what all symptom you are having, and individual approach means what is your case. So I'm having top homeopathy medicines, and I'm having homeopathic under eye cream. Number one is Apis mellifica. See, I have uploaded a video keratoconus by the name of keratoconus lately, and since are same because this again eye problem, so you can check that video also. Apis mellifica is the medicine that is very good in all allergic cases, in eye problem as well. The indication of Apis mellifica is you have under eye swelling, lower, burning, itching, and yes, there is the patient is relieved by cold compression, and the condition is worse by the hot compression. So this is the guiding symptom of Apis mellifica, and this is the oral medicine. Right? Just 1 or 2 drops. If you're having problem while having directly, you can add some water and you can increase the medicine dose. So this way you can start your treatment. Arsenicum album. See, Arsenicum album, again very good medicine for all allergic problem, for all skin problem, and for all eye problem as well. If you are having, you are restless, you have anxiety, and you have eye problem, redness, itching, burning, and cyclic headache, means you have headache on a regular basis for a particular time. At a particular time, in that case, you can use Arsenicum album. Again, you can start with a 30 or 200 potency. This is again a oral medicine, 2 to 3 drops twice or thrice. This way you can use this medicine. Euphrasia, again very good medicine, and it is called eye bright. Very good medicine when you have excess lacrimation, means your eyes watery, there is a acrid lacrimation, means you are intolerable itching, there is a water burns your eye. So in that case you can use Euphrasia in 30 or 200 potency, 2 to 3 drops twice or thrice. Again, see, doses and duration depends on the case severity. So start with the lower dose, start with the lower potency, and just go with the time. Having is Kali Carb. Kali Carb, again very good medicine when your problem are worse during cold. So if your problem are worse during cold, you are intolerable to cold and you have weakness in your eye, you are exhausted, in that case you can use Kali Carb. Kali Carb is given in the cases of upper eyelid swelling. On the other hand, on the contrary, Apis mellifica given when you have lower eyelid swelling. So this way, on the basis of single symptom, medicine can differ like case by case. Just focus on your Restox is the medicine that is, again, the patient is very restless and complaints are worse during cold weather, rainy weather. Restox have excessive or severe ulceration in your cornea. So in that case, you can use Restox. This is the German medicine, and I have uploaded a separate individual video on this medicine, R78, Dr. Ekvik German homeopathic medicine, oral drop of the all eye problem, whether you are having allergic problem, eye infections, tie, chilajod, anything. Like in that case, you can use R78 again in the liquid form medicine with the help of 2 to 3 spoon of lukewarm water in 10 or 15 drops of the medicine twice or thrice before having your meal, and having under eye cream. Most important, homeopathic. See, we have discussed in the home management that you can apply tea bags, you can apply cold compression, you can apply even cucumber slices. So this way you can use even homeopathic under eye cream. So under eye cream, you just have very small amount of cream, and just close your eyes and just apply for 2 or 3 minutes. Just massage, be gentle. So this way, good result. So hopefully this video can help you. If you find this video knowledgeable, informative, please like and share. If you're watching for the first time, press the bell icon. Don't forget to subscribe. I have put in the screens on the videos, and just press on them for further in detail information. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.